Okay. It seems like we're getting a pretty consistent upload speed now. I think we're good. Okay, I think we're back. Sorry about the interruption. My internet just like shat the bed and died. I'm like wired into my router as well, like hardwired in Ethernet style right now, so I really don't understand why that would happen, but it may just be my computer. I have a pretty old laptop, and I don't have money to get another, so we just gotta use what we got, make the most of it. Alright, let's continue in the game. When we were rudely interrupted, it was an adorable moment that I was really loving. Yuri. Yeah? Then, you don't need to stop or anything. Yeah, it seems like it's working now. I just had to like reset the router, reset the cables, I had to do like 5 different things. I talked to like someone in the house as well, and I was like, what are you doing on the internet? And they're like, oh, I'm not doing anything. You know, the whole exchange. I went down the whole list of what could be the problem. Yeah, she may have felt insecure about me recording, or maybe you're right. That would be very Yuri, that's in character. I see. The situation's gotten really intense. Or really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. It is rude to record someone without their consent. That's a good point. That's a good point. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel hot breath on my fingers. Oh, that moment just got cucked so hard. That's a shame. I was like, my whole heart was in that right then. I was really liking that moment. Damn you, Monica. Okay, everyone. Ah. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Jacob, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. You lame, boy. You not Jacob. This the real Jacob. I'd be like, yo, Yuri, come to my house. I got more chocolates. That's all you gotta say. It's that easy. I mean, if a girl's eating chocolates out of her fingers, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with yourself being like, I'm so nervous. What do I do? No. Just take that on. Get on with that. Alright, so we just shared that incredibly intimate moment with Yuri that was very, like, touching. I think... So, last time... I think she needs a second. That's fair. Last time, Sayori was like, I'm gonna write the best poem you've ever read. And she was gonna bring it today. So... I feel like I have a special thing going on with Yuri right now, though, so I think we should go Yuri, Sayori, Natsuki, Monica. We'll do that. see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. You like it? Jacob. This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. Sorry. I am back. That was everyone in the house being like, nothing wrong with the internet, I don't know what's going on. And I was like, ah, it's fine, don't worry, it's working now. I'm doing something, you're good. Yep. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offered that patience to her. Yeah? Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. I can't believe I tried to do voices for all of these characters in the beginning. I never would have been able to keep that up. Doing this all in one stream is gonna be rough. I got it though. We got this. We got this. We got this. Yuri's waifu. We will make waifu. We will be with waifu. We got this. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Oh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Okay. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering. I almost said scattering. Oh, that's a normal word. My brain is broken, yo, I'm sorry. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. Inordinary? She didn't dot her I. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hunger, curiosity, the raccoon, and urge. This is a weird poem. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eye, very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I almost want to say this poem makes me think she sees herself as the raccoon, in a way. Like, both herself being who she is and the raccoon as like an extension of her emotionally. Let's find out. kind of interesting. It's a weird poem. I like their first one better. I'll say that. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Jacob? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. This guy right here, just taking it right out of my brain. I identify with Yuri way more than I'd like to say. It's kind of incredible. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Jacob. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Okay. Stream's going still. I just wanted to check on it. Looks good. Who should I show my poem to next? I think we go Sayori. Ooh. I like this one, Jacob. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. Them both. Hehe. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. I just go by my heart, and if it makes me feel things, it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Okay, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. Make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Jacob. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave. Discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They weren't supposed to be for my friends who weren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. All I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. That's really good. I enjoyed that. This kind of feels like a poem about someone who wants to save everybody but themselves, you know? Like they're much more concerned with making other people happy than themselves, which is not it's not really healthy. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. So her fear in this poem is that someday she's gonna run out of these jars of happiness, of smiles to give to her friends who need them. At the same time, she won't have any for herself when she needs them, and she knows that. And yet she continues the cycle. It's interesting. It's a good poem. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you I was gonna write the best poem ever yesterday? Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kinda creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. And never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten very passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up? Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. It's good advice. Sayori's always had a bad habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's just going to sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. She stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. Huh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem if you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. Slow to quick clap to round of applause to everyone in the theater standing up and applauding. That's a no-no. Just don't. You know? Date within like 2 years or 3 years of you. Anything more than that, you are like asking for something horrible. And when you're younger, make that gap even shorter. As you get older, you can make it a little longer, but like, I'm 26. I will not date someone that's younger than 23. Not happening. There's an amount of life experience there and maturity that comes with time. Some people don't get that. They don't even grow, right? But like, in general, you need that. If you don't have that, it's gonna implode eventually. This character is kind of a dick, but he spits wisdom, so I can appreciate it. At least Natsuki, I'm gonna keep messing that up. At least give me a minute. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Monica. Hi again, Jacob. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. Hey, Monica, yeah. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. When she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. You want a mod that makes the character suck at writing and the whole plot is them trying to tell him it's horrible? That's pretty funny. Yeah, that'd be funny. Huh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah. A fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really any... Oh. Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. But instead we get mods that improve this dickhead by making him even more of a dickhead? Really? That's pretty funny. That's pointless. Must be like gross guys making these mods then. That would make a lot of sense. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. Colors, they won't stop. Oh, I have to do the voice here. The colors, they won't stop. Bright and beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Save me, load me. I feel like there's something weird going on here. That's a really bizarre poem. So trying to interpret poetry like that, it's not really possible. It's written so subjectively that it's up to the reader to assign meaning to it. I can like put myself in the mind of the writer who can create something subjective to an extent, and that kind of seems like I don't even know. It's really hard to put a pinpoint on what that's supposed to mean. I guess we'll figure it out maybe in conversation with her. It's even more abstract than your last one. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kinda like playing with the space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I didn't get that feeling from it. Yeah, I don't want to read all that, even if it's for a mod. I feel like it's going to give away certain things later. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem's about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it this way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Haha. Yeah, that's a fair point. He's pretty bad no matter what the context is. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That was a weird fourth wall break. That's kind of strange. I mean, it's a good idea to put that in the game. To, like, let me know I should be saving and stuff. You're watching on the PC? Hey, nice ditty. That's awesome. You like it? She's a nerd face? Okay. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you'd heard about it already. We're gonna be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're gonna have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hehe. Sayori, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. You really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm gonna be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. I'm imagining it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri had never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for this fate of the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them? To find the same feelings that brought you in here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. That's called foreshadowing. That line is only used in writing to foreshadow something. Or is like a red herring. That basically means someone is going to die. Like, it may not be Yuri, but it's going to be somebody. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, just sweat. Let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line as she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? Yuri, I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. That's kind of similar to the book that she has, huh? Part of me thinks she wrote that book for some reason. I don't know. It's like my intuition's telling me something weird there. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Stream looked like it messed up a little bit. I'm just checking on it. Seems okay. We're gonna keep going. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality. Yo, there goes gravity. Yo, so gravity. Those you can't give those toast daddies eat mom spaghetti. Alright, let's go back to the game. Snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her. We were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay. I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Jacob liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours, but that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing this kind of thing. That kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Hehe. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Jacob. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Jacob lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't too bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. I'm surprised, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming, though. True. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out nicely so far. I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish preparing tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend. We'll finish planning tomorrow, then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll try my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica. And impressing Monica? That's like the one person I'm not trying to impress, though. Kinda weird. I'm burning calories talking my way through this game right now. And I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hehehehe. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Jacob, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. Today Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's say, let's just say that one day, Yuri has to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of a question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Hehehehe. Oh. This feels like a big decision. We good? We're still moving? Okay. My webcam looked like it messed up for like half a second. I feel like I should be able to tell her that I'd walk home with Yuri. Like, I feel like that's... It may upset her a little bit, but, like, that's life. You know what I mean? Like, unrequited love isn't the other person's problem. So, like, if she does have some sort of feeling she's not expressing, that's her fault. Not mine. It can be seen as selfish, but... feelings that aren't said aloud don't exist. Basically, to other people. They're just within you. You hold on to that, you know? You're the one feeling the pain from them. To be honest with her, I'd walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you. Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Being in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. It's kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Poetry time! Let's look here. Termination. Sorry. I mean, yeah, you don't say how you feel out loud. Whose fault is that? It's the person who didn't say how they felt out loud. I'm very much a straightforward, confident person. So, like, people who don't share that confidence with me aren't really attractive to me in a way. Like, people who can't say what they mean, no time for them. That's how I feel in real life. Maybe girls have, like, inflated my ego a bit over time, I don't know. But I don't do too bad in that department, I'll say. So, even in games, if I'm given a decision, I just treat it like it's reality. Like, what would I actually do? And that's what I would actually do. I would just be like, hey, yeah, I'd walk home with a girl who's like upfront about it. Walking home with her isn't exactly a thing like that, though. I mean, but you know what she's really asking, though. Like you said, I rejected her, right? So, to an extent, it's kind of... Also, in a weird way, she shouldn't be forcing me to make a decision. Because it's not like you're with either of these people, you know? You don't have any, like, two friends can walk home together with another friend. That's an option. That's not like a crazy thing, you know? I don't know. I see it as like, if I upset her by saying that, it's because she didn't say what she really felt. If she told me how she felt, I would base my decision accordingly, but she didn't. She just gave me like a tricky question. And I don't play tricky questions. I say exactly how I feel, when I feel it. I'm really straightforward. Let's see here, what word is good out of these? I like explode. Extraordinary. Fair enough. But I'm still hurt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I really am. That's just how I am. I'm really blunt and like to the point with everything, even in games. Okay, let's see here. What's the choice here that I like? Breathe. Contamination. I don't like that. I like aura. I like existence. I like tragedy. I like judgment. I like insight. I like unending. I like electricity. I like twirl. I like philosophy. And the final one will be... Let me think. My friend sent me a message. I checked it super quick. Let's see here. I like melody. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. You practicing piano again? Yeah. She's lying. She has that like bead of sweat. It's weird. It's very weird. She is weird. Monica is strange, but like it's like hidden strange, which makes me really uncomfortable. Like I said, I'm very blunt, straightforward. There is so much going on that she is not saying, and I feel it, and I don't like it. You must have a lot of determination, starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yes. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. There's a whole day of school where you get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Makes a little ding go off in your head. It reminds me of Undertale. So every time I read determination, I just go like, determination. The mouse with cheese fills you. That's the donkey video too. The mouse with cheese fills you with determination. I like it. It's a good word. Exactly, Undertale. Yeah. That's what dings in my head too. That's a great game. I love that game too. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Have I played Deltarune? I haven't, actually. I need to do that at some point. I played Undertale, though, like, so many different times. I did every kind of run that you could do in the game. Like, a Mercy run was amazing. That was so much fun. That's, like, one of the best playthroughs of any game I've ever had in my life. So hard, but it was so fun. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event now, okay? Hehe. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? I'll have to play it sometime. I'll put that on my list too. Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. Nice, I'll play it. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're sitting out again. Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? This feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. Is the stream weird? I'm monitoring it right now. It's up to date, but like 5 FPS. Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. Alright, I'll be right back.